We'll try this one more time. See how this works on my iPad. But the thing is this, it is a waste of time trying to explain to people why you are who you are. You just need to own it. And I wasted a lot of my time explaining who I was to people that were committed to not understanding. Hence my username. I think a lot of us feel very misunderstood. And if you watch this channel, you probably relate to maybe being a black sheep of your family. Being a black sheep is not for the faint of heart, and it might be a little lonely here and there, but you're at peace at least. It comes to the point, it comes down to, if this is costing me my sanity and my peace, I'm not interested. If I go into a store, there are certain stores that I go into and I regularly visit because the energy is not bad for me. But if I'm in Walmart or something, the energy is off. Most people, whether they work there or they don't, it's just too much chaos and bad interactions. I don't like it. I cannot be in a space like that. It is exhausting, emotionally draining. And when I have interactions with people now, or what is this person bringing? Is it chaos or is it peace, man or woman? If I'm over here trying to decode what someone is saying, this is a waste of my time. This is too much. This is too draining. If it's not already what it is, and I have a weird feeling about it, then I can't move forward. I literally can't. I want to use my time having a peaceful life. And a peaceful life to me would be creating art, doing these videos, hopefully shedding light on to those that feel like me, who want to protect their peace at all costs and want to use discernment when interacting with people. You can tell, and with like men too, you can tell right off on that first date what a man is actually about. It is so simple. It is clear as day. And it all leads up, and it all starts with the introduction of the hello, all the way until the end of the night when he says goodbye. There are things that you need to pay attention to, because if he's telling you who he is and what he likes to do in his free time, and what is he rooted in, and what does he believe in, and what does he stand for, if that is not in alignment with who you are, why do you continue talking to this person, even though he is a nice guy? And I know why, because I used to be there too. I used to think like, oh, I'm settling, like, I want to settle down, like society and all these pressures and stuff. No, it is what it is. I can't do it. If someone is telling me something and it's not in alignment with who I am and what I believe in, I do not care how good you look. I do not care what is in your bank account. I do not care what you quote unquote bring to the table. You are not in alignment with what I would like my life to look like. You got to be that strict. Will you be alone? Yes, for a while. If you start to live like this, you will be. Will you be at peace? Absolutely. Less emotional drama from family, boyfriends, girlfriends, drama. You'll probably have the occasional bills or work or stuff like that. But you don't really need to waste your time on people that are committed to misunderstanding you. You need to focus, and I wish someone just like shook me up and said, can you just please focus on yourself? When I was younger, right now I'm 32. When I was younger, I was everywhere. I was doing this, doing that, following up with people, crying because someone didn't like me, wondering why this person didn't like me, why was I not invited to this, or why it's just too much why. Chaos. And that's what happens when you're young and you're, out and about and you're doing things. You're pulled into so much chaos, you can't even think clearly. And if you are in an environment where you're constantly, whether you live with family or you live with a boyfriend or girlfriend, or you live with roommates, and then you also leave your house to go to work, when do you have time to be by yourself? If you wake up with someone, in the middle of the day you're around people, and then you come home and you're around people, when are you actually by yourself thinking? Is it the 10 minutes that you have in your car? And now, if you like this situation that you're in, then okay. If you don't though, now you got to think, well, how am I going to thrive in this situation, or do I need to leave the situation? How am I going to think for myself? A lot of people cannot just stay still. They can't look at a wall and stare at it for like 10 minutes. It would be bizarre to them. And one time I had a conversation, I was at this gala, and I told a lady that I would, just like stare at a wall sometimes and like think and gather my thoughts. She's the only person that said, yeah, you know what? I do the same thing too. Mind blowing. I have never ran into someone like that. I've never ran into someone like that. So it was very refreshing that there are people that just stay still in alignment with you and your lifestyle. I only have about 5% battery, so I have to get going. I'm not settling. I can't. When it comes to my peace, it is non-negotiable. It is not up for debate. My boundaries, what I stand for, all of that, you can't be around people that are going to make you feel bad for feeling how you feel. That is insane. If someone hurts you and you tell them what they did hurt you, and then they get offended by it, you are talking to the wrong person. You need to stay far away from that person. I do not care if that's a family member, your wife, your husband, or boyfriend, girlfriend. That right there, they are showing you they do not care about your feelings. Why would you want to be in an environment with people that do not care about your well-being? If someone truly cares about you, it wouldn't even get to that, and I can go on another video about that. Or I'll just say it really quickly. Love is Blind, Germany. There is a scene when Joanne and Juan. Joanne is sitting on the bed. She's visibly crying. She's upset because John, I keep messing up their names. Excuse me, forgive me, but they were all on this, like, the trip that they have when the couples couple up, right? And it's just, so, he is talking to this one guy about the relationship, and he's able to open up to him about how he truly feels about the current girl that he's with. Well, they go back to the room, and she's sitting there crying and saying, well, why are you not just telling me how you feel? Why are you telling, so-and-so how you feel? You should tell me. I agree. If you're in a relationship, why are we not talking about this? And so as she's sitting there on the bed and she's visibly sad, if someone truly loves and adores you, because I felt this before in my life, if someone truly loves and adores you, first of all, it would never get to this point where you have to question how someone feels about you. And second of all, they would pull you in closer and give you a hug. and genuinely apologize and genuinely never do it again. I promise you. There is no confusion. And I've had a conversation before one time when I was in a relationship where I was genuinely upset and sad about something, and that person's behavior and how they were communicating was hurting me. And instead of pulling me closer, and I even wanted a hug. I feel embarrassed now. Like I was being people pleasing and like trying to bring him closer to me, like, oh, just let me, all this stuff. And it's like, wait a second. And then he literally got upset because I was coming in to hug him and I wanted to feel close. And he was like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That right there should have been my very first, just go. I was in that relationship for way too long. That will never in my life happen again. Never. Women, we are too beautiful and too valuable to be out here. We are gorgeous beings. We are too valuable to be out here just giving our love and light to people, especially men, that do not like us. You have to get to the point where you like yourself so much that you will never in your life let someone treat you disrespectfully. And off of the very first interaction you have with someone, you have to get to that point. And I wish I got to that point a little bit sooner in my life. But here we are. That's all I have for today's video. My iPad's about to die. Yeah. And I do want to talk more, but yeah. That's it. I'll see you guys another time.